On this page, we are going to be practicing our letter I, our handwriting for the letter I. Go ahead and pause the video and put your name up here at the top because it's always important that we put our name on our papers. Otherwise, I don't know who made the great eyes. Okay, so we are going to trace these eyes to begin with up here. Are you ready? Number one step is what? Number one is pointing down. So we do a big line down for number one. Big line down. Number two, we go across the top. And number three, we go across the floor of it. Let's try that again. We do a big line down. We cross at the top, the ceiling, and we cross at the floor. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, and cross at the floor. One more time. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, and cross at the floor. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, cross at the floor. Down here, we need to practice making our eyes by ourselves. We have the box, but the only one we have to trace is this one right here. Let's go ahead and trace it. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, cross at the floor. Now, here we need to start at the dots, but we need to keep our writing inside the box. We want to keep it small and inside the box, okay? So watch. Start at the ceiling, make a big line down, then you're going to cross at the ceiling, and you're going to cross at the floor. But it all stays in that box. We're not writing all over the paper. So go ahead and work on your eyes. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, cross at the floor. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, cross at the floor. Big line down, cross at the ceiling, cross at the floor. And I'm just going to do these others without telling you the steps. You could always rewind the video if you need to hear the steps again. And I want you to finish doing your eyes in the boxes. You can pause the video and finish doing that row of eyes, and then we're going to go down here to the next one. Okay, do you have this row finished? Here we go. Now here, they did not give us any of the boxes to write in. So we have to imagine in our mind that there is a box that we write in. Start at the dot, big line down, cross at the ceiling, and cross at the floor. Start at the dot, big line down, cross at the ceiling, and cross at the floor. Go ahead and finish these eyes. Now see the stop sign? That means you need to stop, and then you can do this one, because this one didn't give us a dot. Usually you stop and the teacher watches you write it here, but I'm not there to watch you write it. So go ahead and make your eye over here. Very good, boys and girls. Okay, now we're going to flip the paper over and we're going to do the other side. So pause the video if you need to finish this one. Okay, now we are going to work on our lowercase i's. So go ahead and put your name at the top of the page and pause the video until you get your name written. Okay, for our lowercase I, you can see over here it's 2 steps. One is a straight line down, a little line, and 2 is the dot. Remember, we've been saying all week that the lowercase I is not an I unless it has that little dot above it. That's important. Okay, so let's do some I's. We start at the dotted line doorknob and we make a little line to the floor, and then we come up and make a dot. And it's just a little dot. Start at the dot on the dotted line doorknob and go to the floor and then come up and make a dot. And see, my dot was even as big as that one. Start at the dotted line doorknob, go to the floor with a short line, and then make a dot. Okay, I want you to continue to make your lowercase i's, and if you need to be reminded of how to do it, you can rewind the video and listen to me. I have all of my lowercase i's finished on the upper line. Yes, I paused the video while I finished those, just like I asked you guys to pause the video. So if you do not have this top line finished, go ahead and pause the video and finish it. We're going to go on to the middle line now. Now this one, it's showing us dots on how to make it. We start at this little dot on the doorknob, and we make a short line and then a dot. And now this has given us boxes to write our lowercase I in. Remember, we're trying to make our letters the correct size. So the lowercase I is a pretty skinny letter, so it gave us a skinny box. So we're going to start at our dot. That's the dot we start at, not the one on top of it. Start at the dot, make a short line, and then give him his dot. And it's all within the box. Start at the dot on the doorknob, make a short line to the floor, and then give him a dot. Start at the dot on the doorknob, make a short line to the floor, and give him a dot. Okay, I am going to pause the video while I finish making this row of lowercase i's. You can do the same and then resume it when you are finished with this second row. Okay, we are finished with the second row. Now we are going to do this last row. So again, they give us a dotted one to start. We start at the dot on the doorknob, make a short line, and then make our dot above it. Start at the dot on the doorknob, make a short line, and then make your dot above it. Start at the dot on the doorknob, make your short line, and then make your dot above it. Again, I'm going to pause the video and finish it. You can do the same. So now we've reached the stop sign. Out here, with me, I want you to make one last lowercase I. Start at the doorknob, make a short line down to the floor, and then make your dot. And I will check that when I see you again. Thank you for working on your letter I's with me. You guys worked really hard today.